All the big half-ton truck manufacturers, Chevy, Ford, and Ram, have given their models a recent redesign or full generation. Toyota, though, has soldiered on with its Tundra in near about the same form since 2014. We need to see if it's still competitive. So we've got a 2019 model here to explore and take for a first drive. This here's the TRD Sport version, and what that amounts to is some stylish and functional upgrades. At the front, we've got a body color matching housing for the grille, a TRD specific hood scoop, LED headlights and daytime running lights, body color matching bumpers, and man, that is a really wide grille, and it kind of matches its competitors in terms of that statement piece at the front end. At the side, we see a set of 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in 275 section tires. Frankly, I wish there was a bit more sidewall, a bit taller diameter of a tire to fill out that wheel well, but at least we've got Bilstein tuned dampers and TRD sway bars in blue and red respectively. Take the long trip back, you see that there's a big second door, and that's because this is the Crew Max model, maximizing the rear passenger space. TRD Sport specific badging in the back. You can also see this is the 4x4 version, and then you arrive at the tailgate, which is really plain. So the styling is contemporary enough. What about the engine? Well, not so much. See, we've got two V8 options for the Tundra. We've got a 4.6 liter that gets slightly better fuel economy, about 17 combined. Or you have this bad boy, it's the 5.7 liter V8. It makes 391 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. It gets 14 combined MPG, which is significantly worse than its rivals, and it also makes less power than its rivals in their V8 version. So, I don't know, I think Toyota has a little bit of work to do there with the next version. It also needs to update its 6-speed automatic. All its other competitors have 8 speeds or 10 speeds, and that I think is where they're getting the extra gains in fuel economy. Okay, first look at this cabin. Chunky, that's the word that comes to mind. Look at this shifter, big meaty shifter. Climate control knobs are nice and substantial. That is a massive center console. Big analog gauges. Plain though, kind of boring, especially if you've been in a new Ram 1500 with a big gorgeous display and the contrast stitching and the high quality materials. This feels a little budget rate. I mean, these are the plain fabric seats and there is available leather, but apart from that, it feels a little outdated in here. Now, this being the Crew Max, I gotta show off how much space you have back here. I'm 6 feet tall, I'm sitting behind my own driving position. And look at this, I feel like a little kitty. Okay, first thoughts on the Tundra's driving. Pretty smooth. I'm cruising along here at 50 miles an hour and well-damped ride, feels very plush. And of course, if I wanna lay the hammer down, that is a good sounding and potent V8, for sure. It does feel like a very utilitarian vehicle. If you've hopped in the new Silverado or Ram 1500, they've approached luxury vehicles in terms of their cabin quality and kind of driving dynamics. This still feels like an honest to goodness truck, and that's a good and bad thing. Steering is, well, you're not getting a lot of feedback from the wheel and those front tires. All right, now let's see how it handles. I was getting a little bit of wheel spin there, that was fun. But it kept itself pretty flat through that, not a ton of body roll, and I think that's due to the TRD Sport specific tuning of that suspension. So yeah, it really is set up well for on-road driving dynamics, and I was able to take a little spin in a parking lot and see that it has a very sharp turning radius. That's something you're really gonna appreciate in a full-size pickup like this. To learn more about the 2019 Tundra and to get pricing in your area, click the button below.